Framelines went on location for Joe Buscemi's short film.
My friends were dropping like flies in what the papers called a series of unfortunate accidents. I knew better. When Flanagan's garage suffered an ill-timed gas leak, I knew I wasn't far behind them. It was either my life or his. I used my name to track down a man I'd only heard of, even from behind bars, the kind of guy with the reach to do what I needed done. I'm Billy Caprino.
I know who you are, and that you seek the murder of the most powerful man in the city, your father.
Winter Film is a contest put on by SOFA, the Southern Ohio Filmmaking Association down in Cincinnati. And it's a contest, 28-day contest, where you're tasked with making a film in 28 days, start to finish. So conceiving, writing, producing, editing, and getting out a product in 28 days. It's got to be a short film, so I think up to 11, 12 minutes, something like that. And yeah, it's a contest that forces you to get something done, which is, I think, good for creative people. So I saw the contest and I'm like, okay, I think I might want to try this. And the genesis was, the idea was, I've kind of had this world bubbling around in my head. I'm an After Effects person, so I'd kind of been, it would be the equivalent of location scouting for a cameraman, but I'm a post-production guy. So I kind of have this world in After Effects that I've been thinking about for a while. I'm like, God, I want to tell a story in this world. So it's a period piece. So, you know, believe it or not, we kind of bit off a lot here in this, and I tried to do a piece on green screen that I kind of created the world in After Effects behind the actors that puts them in a 1920s kind of gangster world. And right away, the support was overwhelming. Oh my gosh, let me do this for you. Oh, I can do this for you. Wow, that's great. Let me reach out to this person. He'd be great. What's your idea? And just, I think as a person, as a storyteller, to have people so genuinely behind your idea really empowers you and emboldens you to go, gosh, yeah, I can do this. The first person I reached out to was Jenny Sapola, and I'd worked with Jenny before on a previous project, and she was just great and so supportive and well beyond the role of being an actor, which she is a great actress in film. Jenny right away connected me with 2 or 3 people, and one of those people, Andy Falter, who's the lead in this, reached out to him right after Jenny, and immediately he started connecting the dots for people on talent and crew, and so it just kind of took a life of its own, and these people really took the ball and ran with it so I could concentrate on the things I needed to concentrate on. So the roles just got filled for me almost. On the crew side, I work with my brother Dominic at Inline Productions, and right away it's good to know when you're tackling something like this that you've got automatic support. And believe it or not, it's a family affair here. I have a cousin in the business who's a freelancer and does audio, and he can even DP. David Falk is his name, and he just, no questions asked. I text him, hey, I'm thinking of doing this. He said, I'm in. This film was entirely shot on a blue screen, so very few things, maybe just some props and costumes were involved in the live action shooting, and people, everything else was actually composited in. We did all of our shooting in one day. Morning to afternoon, evening, because we could control the environment so well. You know, literally, we were right on schedule. I think maybe even ahead of schedule. I know that's almost unheard of, but we just kind of plodded right through, and the actors were spot on. They knew their lines, and boy, when everything comes together like that, it's great. So that's the joys of it. Pitfalls of it, then I'm more of a post-production person, so I get back and I look at all the footage, and there's just a lot of work to do in compositing on every shot. It's not like, hey, you got to pick out a few shots and let's see what we can do to that, or see if we can kind of add something to that, special effects or anything. Every shot is a special effect, even a conversation between 2 people. So I think I underestimated the time it would take to render out some of these things and give it a little bit of something extra. But honestly, I really enjoy the process. I love creating a world that is only here until I can get it on a screen for other people to see. It's just a thrill for me to do that, and it's a thrill for me to show the people on set who were standing in front of a blue screen just trusting me there's a building right here and someone in a window. Look about 45 degrees up and yell, and they just have to trust you, and they did a great job of it, and I like to show them, see, I was right. The finished piece turned out great, I thought. I thought the acting really surprised me, and it wasn't surprising me because of the ability that people, I don't think of that when I'm telling a story. I'm thinking about what I have to do. And then I look at the finished product and I see, wow, these people really told my story for me really, really well. And they added things. I had some just great experienced guys on set who really added to my idea in the moment. And I thought, oh wow, I didn't even think of doing it that way. And she totally right in how they played that. So I really am happy with the finished product. I think it's going to be something that people haven't really seen. My lesson for myself is do it. Just keep doing it, keep making, keep creating. I've always been a learner, to a fault probably. I always feel like I don't know enough, but my lesson is do it, do it, do it, do it, learn along the way. Keep learning, use doing it as my learning experience and don't use it as an excuse, but they go hand in hand. Actually create something, and these contests that I've entered, the SOFA and MOFA contests that are out there, are great examples of forcing you to create something and finish it.